Good afternoon. Students, family members, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests. Welcome to Northeastern State University's Spring 2014 Commencement for the College of Business and Technology and the College of Science and Health Professions. My name is Pamela Fly, and I serve as Acting Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please remain standing for the National Anthem, sung by Michaela Sims, NSU student, and accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet, consisting of Dylan Peters, trumpet, Cameron Parmain, trumpet, Joshua Shoemaker, horn, Zachary Gunkel, trombone, and Lauren Stanfield, tuba. Miss Jamie Combs will serve as our interpreter for this ceremony.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Northeastern State University's 19th president, Dr. Steve Turner, who will extend his greetings. President Turner.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Northeastern State, I do want to extend a gracious welcome to you. Today is a historic time for this institution, and this is a historic group. This is the first May commencement, or the first May commencement ceremonies in the new event center. This is, in fact, the largest group ever to be in the facility. Yes. And this is the first time in many, many years that our graduates were not limited to a number of tickets to invite your family. So there are any number of individuals behind the scenes and in front of the scenes to make a day like this happen. I do want to say thank you to everyone that's been involved throughout the week in making sure that we were ready to go. Thank you all so very, very much. At this time, I'd like for all of the degree candidates, undergrad and grads, to stand where you are. Yes, go ahead. Now, I'd like for you to identify your loved ones in the audience, point to them and applaud and thank them for helping you get to this place. Thank you. You can be seated. Tomorrow is a very special day for all of us. A few years ago, I lost my mother a few days after her 67th birthday, and I do know and appreciate the love of a mom. Moms are special, so at this time, would all the mothers in this room please stand and let me say Happy Mother's Day. Let's recognize all of the moms. We pride ourselves on the recognition of being a veteran-friendly campus. If you have served or are serving in any of the branches of the armed services, would you stand at this time as a group and let us say thank you for your service? All veterans. I have a special guest today. To my left, I'd like to introduce my wife, Penny. Penny, if you'll stand. Thank you for being here. And lastly, a personal thank you to the faculty. Not only have you been involved in providing a quality education, you also have helped to create great citizens and serve to protect democracy that is so vital to all of us. Thank you for what you do for NSU. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce some members of the platform party and those who have logistical roles in the ceremony. Others will be introduced later. As I call their name, I will ask them to stand. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Ms. Patty Buell, Director of Public Safety, representing NSU's Operations Division. Mr. David Kane, Vice President for Business and Finance. Mr. Ben Hardcastle, Executive Director, University Relations. Dr. Cheryl Vandenhandel, President of the Faculty Council. Dr. John Yider is our mace bearer. Dr. Kathleen Reese and Dr. Darrell Lindy will assist with diploma distribution. Dr. Brian Jackson, Mr. Ken Thompson, Dr. Pam Crystal, and Dr. Luke Foster will read names for this ceremony. Students, as President Turner said, faculty are the lifeblood of a university. And faculty members from the College of Business and Technology and Science and Health Professions are here this afternoon to share this moment with you. Our faculty bring Northeastern State University statewide, national, and international recognition. Most importantly, they care about you. Please join me in expressing your appreciation and our appreciation to the outstanding NSU faculty. Faculty, please stand. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Laura Boren, and I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs. At this time, we wish to recognize outstanding students at Northeastern State University. The first group includes our student marshals, members of the Riverhawk Ambassadors, a service organization representing the university in events throughout the year. Would the Riverhawk Ambassadors please stand? Recognizing students who perform to the highest academic standards and serve the community, the Awards Committee of the Northeastern State University Alumni Association has identified 18 outstanding seniors. Honorees from the College of Business and Technology and the College of Science and Health Professions are asked to stand as I call your name. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Tim Hicks from Beggs, Healthcare Administration major. Jake Barker, Owasso, Chemistry major. Jake was also recognized as a Jack Kaufman Senior of Distinction. Tawny Goodwin from Stillwell, Dietetics major. Chelsea Gordon from Walika, Speech Pathology major. And Wes Horton from Pryor, Speech Language Pathology major. Please join me in congratulating our outstanding seniors. Thank you. Would the graduating members of the President's Leadership class make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 1974, the President's Leadership class is a unique leadership and scholarship program designed to cultivate outstanding potential and proven student leaders. During their time at Northeastern, these students are immersed in a program focused on development of leadership skills and civic engagement. PLC members, as I call each name, please come forward to accept your certificate from President Turner. First, from the College of Business and Technology, Carson Coker. From Sapulpa, Environmental Health and Safety major. Natalie Nallen, from Tahlequah, Healthcare Administration major. Natalie Pettis, from Tulsa, Environmental Health and Safety major. And from the College of Science and Health Professions, Tawny Goodwin, from Stillwell, Dietetics major. Chelsea Gordon. From Alika, Speech Language Pathology major. And Wesley Horton, from Pryor, Speech Language Pathology major. Ms. Tara Piguet, from Claremore, Speech Language Pathology major. Congratulations to the President's Leadership class members from the College of Business and Technology and the College of Science and Health Professions.
Will members of the University Honors Program make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 2001 and directed by Dr. Karen Carey, the NSU Honors Program features a learning environment where students work with faculty members and peers in courses focused on independent research and participation in co-curricular cultural experiences. Students in the honors program must maintain a 3.25 grade point average or above and complete a senior research project. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your honors medallion from President Turner. Jacob Michael Barber is a chemistry major from Owasso. Jacob's study was entitled Toward the Synthesis of 1-alpha-hydroxyvitamin D5. His faculty mentor was Dr. Dragos Albanescu. Teresa Michelle Barnes is from Miami, Oklahoma, and is a healthcare administration major. Her research is titled Northeastern State University Undergraduate Students' Healthcare Perceptions. Dr. Shay Fouch served as Teresa's research advisor. Selma Lee Brewer completed a study entitled Comparison of Different Audiological Procedures to Modified Houston-Westlake Ascending Technique. She's a speech-language pathology major from Grove, and Dr. Karen Patterson was her faculty mentor. Darby Elaine Hanna completed a research project titled A Comparison of the Nestling Provisioning Rates of Male and Female Swainson's Warblers. Darby is an organismic biology major from Midwest City. Dr. Mia Revels served as her mentor. Ethan Edward Heyman is a cellular biology major from Collinsville. His research advisor was Dr. Joseph Allender, and his research project was titled Manipulating Autophagy to Recover an ARD1 RNAi type phenotype. Jacob Ingram is a biology major with a fish and wildlife emphasis. From Locust Grove, his project investigated the feeding anxiety of the Neosho smallmouth bass. Dr. Jonathan Fisher served as his research advisor. Kaylee Rose Jansen is from Tahlequah and is a speech-language pathology major. Her project was titled Vocal Characteristics of High School Cheerleaders and Analysis of Fundamental Frequency Measures in Vocal Hygiene Research. Dr. Kent Hawkins served as her mentor. Curtis Lee Wells is a double major in computer science and mathematics from Friendswood, Texas. His research project was titled Game Design and Mechanics under the advisement of Mr. Bill King. Congratulations to all of our honors program graduates. Members of the National Honor Society, Alpha Chi, are students in the upper 10% of their junior-senior class and have at least a 3.65 grade point average. Alpha Chi members can be recognized by the gold cords placed over their shoulders. Would all Alpha Chi members please stand? There we go. The names of the spring 2014 honor graduates and the grade point average qualifications for undergraduate honors and master's degree honors are in your program. These students will be recognized individually as they receive their diplomas. Please join me in recognizing our graduates whose grade point averages qualify them for cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, and graduate student honors. Honors graduates, please stand. Please be seated. It is a pleasure to introduce our student speaker for today's commencement, Mr. Jacob D. Cook, a graduate majoring in mathematics and minoring in physics. Jacob is from Grove, Oklahoma, and was selected by the College of Science and Health Professions to speak after participating in a rigorous review process. Please join me in welcoming Jacob Cook.
Professors, staff, President Turner, parents, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, I'd like to thank you for letting me say a few words today. While trying to think of something to talk about, I reflected back on my high school graduation and the speaker, my superintendent words. They were very helpful for me to overcome my anxiety about the speech today because I don't remember a single thing he said. What I do remember, however, is the feeling I had that I had accomplished something that would be a part of me and define me for the rest of my life. It is now that we reflect on our reason for coming to college which was to hopefully conquer our dreams and meet our ambitions. In the words of the late President Kennedy, we choose to go to the moon and do the other things, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. That is what we done here. The hard task of setting a great goal in which many have failed, but we had the vision of seeing through. Today we work as if we are on the moon, having achieved something great for ourselves and our family, friends, and loved ones. And never forget the people that helped you be here today. Now is our tremendous task to go in the world and to lead it. We are college graduates now. We have the responsibility to use our learned knowledge to make the world turn and keep the enormous task of making this country what it is, the greatest place in the world. We must remember that we are the ambassadors of this great university. Never forget all the great times here, but don't be afraid to venture out into the new frontier. Fortune favors the bold, my classmates. We were all bold enough to gamble thousands of dollars a semester in the hopes to finish college because we had the vision and the gumption to. That does not stop here. We go forward with our new tools of knowledge, reasoning, skills that helped us make it stand out here today. Have the courage to live the life that you want and that you deserve. Never forget you can because you just graduated college. Don't forget why we came here. Now go out and make it happen. Thank you all for your time. Enjoy this moment forever.
Thank you, Jacob. It is now my honor to introduce President Steve Turner, who will share his commencement remarks.
Where are the statesmen? A statesman is defined as one versed in the principles or art of government, especially one actively engaged in conducting the business of government or in shaping its policies. A usually wise, skilled, and respected leader. It's a term that is considered by most to be gender neutral, as there are, of course, both women and men who are recognized as statesmen. Three words stand out to me when you look at the definition: wisdom, skill, and respect. The combination of these attributes make for a good leader. Leadership, wherever and whenever it occurs, requires the ability to sort through complex issues, build consensus, negotiate, compromise, and most importantly, respect those that might have differing opinions. Today, I will share three examples of true statesmanship, and a common thread in each of these stories can be captured in the word civility. I think one of the most unsettling elements of our changing culture is the apparent assumption by many that it is okay to say anything, anytime to anybody simply because they feel upset about something. From one-on-one conversations to posts on the internet, the rules of conduct and conversation have changed. My challenge to the graduates today is simple. Will you be the statesman of tomorrow? Will you provide the leadership and the spirit of civility that this nation needs now and in the future? Every generation faces challenges, and those challenges can seem impossible to overcome. But the history of our country shows that strong and effective leaders do rise to the challenges of the time. Abraham Lincoln was elected as the nation's 16th president on November 6, 1860. He is most remembered for serving in office during the American Civil War and, sadly, for being assassinated for his beliefs and policies. When word spread that Lincoln was elected, secessionists made clear their intent to leave the Union before he took office the following March. President Buchanan and President-elect Lincoln refused to recognize the Confederacy, declaring secession illegal. As he made the trip from Illinois to Washington, D.C. for his inauguration, the president-elect evaded possible assassins in Baltimore who had been uncovered by Lincoln's head of security, Allen Pinkerton. On February 23, 1861, he arrived in disguise in D.C. and was placed under substantial military guard. In his first inaugural address on March 4th, Lincoln directed many of his comments with an appeal to the people of the South. We are not enemies, but friends. The mystic cords of memory stretching from every battlefield and patriot grave to every living heart and hearthstone all over this broad land will yet swell the course of the Union when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature. Even with the persistent threats on his life and the pressures of a strife-torn nation, Lincoln's statesmanlike approach included the selection of a cabinet that most presidents would have run from. He must have stood and adopted the adage, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It was stated that no president ever had a cabinet of which members were so independent, had so large individual followings, were so inharmonious. I love the word inharmonious. I'm pretty sure it means they bickered a lot. Lincoln's cabinet included all of his major rivals for the Republican nomination for president in 1860. Assistant Secretary of War Charles Dana wrote several years later, the relationships between Mr. Lincoln and the members of his cabinet were always friendly and sincere on his part. He treated every one of them with unvarying candor, respect, and kindness. But though several of them were men of extraordinary force and self-assertion, the president was calm, equable, uncomplaining. This cabinet of rivals managed to put their differences aside and act as a statesman to successfully conduct the war between the states and to support the Emancipation Proclamation. They knew a house divided against itself could not stand. On November 22, 1963, 2 hours and 8 minutes after President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, Vice President Lyndon Johnson was sworn in as the 36th President of the United States on Air Force One by U.S. District Judge Sarah T. Hughes, a Johnson family friend. This made Johnson the first and so far only president sworn in by a woman. President Johnson committed to the priority of advancing civil rights legislative agenda that President Kennedy had fought so hard to get passed. Johnson believed that what Kennedy could not accomplish in life, he must accomplish following his tragic death. Lyndon Johnson could have acted on his own instincts and gone to Capitol Hill simply demanding that the Senate pass the bill. Instead, he acted as a statesman, enlisting the help of others, especially Everett McKinley Dirksen, the Republican minority leader in the U.S. Senate, used him to help secure the votes to pass the bill. When asked by Johnson for his assistance, the senator said this, "I trust the time will never come in my political career when the waters of partisanship will flow so swift and so deep as to obscure my estimate of the national interest. I trust I can disenthrall myself from all bias, from all prejudice, from all irrelevancies, from all material matters, and see clearly and cleanly what the issue is, and then render an independent judgment." Senator Dirksen played a central role in steering the Civil Rights Act of 1964 along the twisting parliamentary path to the U.S. Senate. The hard-working Republican leader used his innate civility, personal charm, legendary knowledge of Senate rules, and finely honed political instincts to convince enough Republicans to vote to end the longest filibuster in Senate history, 57 days. And then on the 58th day, the Senate stopped talking and the bill passed. Dirksen was able to deliver Republican votes in support of a Democratic president who could not bring enough of his own party along to seal the deal. The Republican senator and Democrat president both acted as statesmen, and on July 2nd, 1964, Johnson signed into law the Civil Rights Act. President Johnson continued to push his Great Society platform, and he accomplished another success, this one related to education. The Higher Education Act of 1965 continues to have a significant impact on many of you because it focuses on providing funding for lower-income students, including grants, work-study money, and government loans. How many of you on the floor or in the audience received some type of financial aid while completing the degree? As you can clearly see, these statesmen from the 1960s had a significant impact on your life in 2014. Ronald Reagan took the oath of office as the 40th president on January 20, 1981. Speaker of the House Tip O'Neill came to Congress in 1952 from Massachusetts, winning the seat previously held by Senator-elect John F. Kennedy. An unlikely but ultimately successful relationship evolved between a very conservative Republican from Dixon, Illinois, who had been an actor and governor of California, and a very liberal and lifelong Democrat and lifelong politician from a neighborhood called Old Dublin in the Boston area of Massachusetts. President Reagan promised the American people that he would cut personal income taxes by 30%, boost defense spending, and banish the deficit all at the same time. More importantly, he promised to balance the budget using an approach that became known as Reaganomics. 1982 was not a good year for trickle-down approach to economics. For a number of reasons, the U.S. economy was sinking into deep recession and the jobless rate was edging towards double digits. Reagan's promise of a balanced budget was not going to happen. Instead, the nation was faced with a $90 billion plus deficit. It would have been easy for Speaker O'Neill to claim victory over the Republican president's platform and make a strong political statement by letting the economy falter. Instead, he went to work with the president to find common ground. Because of bipartisan cooperation led by the Speaker, the Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act of '82 passed. Both men elevated themselves to the level of statesmen, putting political interest aside in an attempt to move the economy and nation forward. I will conclude with one final story of the relationship between Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill. On March 30th, 1981, President Reagan was shot by John Hinckley as he left the Washington Hilton Hotel. A bullet pierced his lung and lodged 1 inch from his heart. His injury was not the result of a direct hit, but instead from a bullet that ricocheted off the presidential limo. By the time the Secret Service got him to George Washington University Hospital, which by the way is just a few blocks away, he had lost 50% of the blood volume due to internal bleeding. Upon arriving at the hospital, President Reagan refused to be assisted by anyone and demanded to be able to walk into the hospital on his own. As he walked, he stopped to visit with people on the sidewalk. He collapsed about 20 feet inside the doors. The 70-year-old president's condition was grave, and his chief of staff, not wanting to alarm the nation, made the decision to keep information about his health carefully guarded until improvement was seen. After a number of days, Tip O'Neill was allowed to visit President Reagan in the hospital. The staff realized how important this visit was, but had concerns about what might be said publicly about the president's condition. Speaker O'Neill entered the room and walked past everyone. He grasped one of the president's hands and he said, "God bless you, Mr. President." The speaker then got down on his knees and he said, "I would like to offer a prayer for you." He chose the 23rd Psalm and he said, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul." He finished the prayer, stood up, kissed President Reagan on the forehead, and he said, "I'd better go. I don't want to tire you out." O'Neill never disclosed the president's physical condition. Even in politically charged environments where the stakes are extraordinarily high, there are statesmen and there is civility. Graduates, you have spent the past few years under the instruction of an outstanding NSU faculty who have shared their wisdom with each of you with precision and skill in an environment of respect. Beyond the goal of imparting knowledge, there has been an intentional effort to create a new generation of individuals who leave their mark on society as citizens and leaders. The faculty are supported by an engaged and committed staff who work day to day to maintain an environment that is conducive to creativity and innovation. You will be joining 23% of Oklahomans who have a bachelor's degree. If you're receiving a master's degree, that number drops down to 7.7%. I think it is fair to expect each of you to stay informed and get involved with activities related to leadership and serving the public interest. You will be the ones that will coach Little League or soccer. You will serve in leadership positions in your place of worship. You will organize fundraisers for worthwhile causes. You will serve on the local school board or city council, or perhaps serve in the state legislature or Congress. I am told there is at least one student here who has their eye on the White House. To that student I say, the Lincoln bedroom will be fine when Penny and I come to visit. Wisdom, skill, and respect. These are characteristics of a statesman that I read to you earlier. Unvarying candor, respect and candidness, calm, equable, uncomplaining. These were the words that described Abraham Lincoln. No, we can't all be Lincoln, but we can aspire to greatness in who we are and in everything we do. So in 2014, where are the statesmen? They are here. And it's you, and it's you, and it's you, and it's you. Go from this place and make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, President Turner. Students, it is time to present candidates for the baccalaureate and master's degrees. Each candidate will be recognized on stage and receive a diploma cover. Master's candidates will also receive a hood symbolizing their professional field. After all candidates are recognized on stage, President Turner will confer the degrees. The dean of each college will present the candidates and will be assisted in diploma distribution by the associate dean or a department chair. We will begin with the College of Business and Technology. Dr. Collier?
Good afternoon. I'm Roger Collier, Dean of the College of Business and Technology. President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates from the college upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be conferred. College of Business and Technology baccalaureate candidates, please come forward.
Carolyn Diskey, cum laude.
Lacey Lynn Ferguson, cum laude.
Bruce Adam Field.
REL Nicole Barnett, marketing.
Ryan Robert McMillan.
Nicole Teresa McConaughey.
Marcy Gillum, magna cum laude.
Leslie Lynn Davis, cum laude.
Lisa Marie Straubing.
Keith Christopher Malley.
Jacob Daniel Cooper.
Addie Zoli Donatelli.
Jeremy James Paxton.
Austin Wyant.
Dylan Leo Herndon.
Caleb Lee Lundy, summa cum laude.
Aaron Reese Brinsfield.
Zachary Tanner Mills, magna cum laude.
Grayson Gregory Schuring.
Austin Parker.
Zachary Trent Turner.
Keely Shea Godwin.
Samuel D. Kusler.
Ryan Allen Freeman.
Cody Stephen Hood.
Natalie Marie Pettis.
Ashley Bianca Durr.
Pedro Romero Barraza.
Lindsay Marie Lindeman.
William Patrick Bean III. Okay. Yeah.
Ryan Lucas Otwell, cum laude.
Alexander C. Bergdahl.
Cody Thomas Graham.
Jed William Robertson.
John Charles Ratliff III.
Kenneth Lewis Waddell, cum laude.
Melanie Odessa Lynn Sires.
Kevin Ray Campbell.
Braylee Ray Sweeney.
Zebariah Xavier Serrano.
Jamie Renee Grosser.
Chelsea May Hayes.
Adam Paul Miller.
Selena Renee Ramsey, magna cum laude.
Shelby Leah Stewart.
Samantha Dawn Nestor.
Kelsey Delane Wheat.
Sherilyn L. Tillman.
Brittany Dakota Cagle.
Lauren Victoria Pate, cum laude.
Kaylee Lauren Indris, cum laude.
Elizabeth S. McGehee, magna cum laude.
Jake Ryan Cantrell.
John Malum, magna cum laude.
Jacob Robert Bush.
Rashad Phillips.
Bryson Frank Lee Wood.
Reagan Brooke Treat.
Jonathan Clifford Reed.
Gregory Lynn Rathbone.
Mallory Ann Perry.
Jordan Sterling Thompson.
Audrey Danielle Stout, cum laude.
Ricky Dawn Hall.
Huda Bellamine, summa cum laude.
I've had you in class. Jennifer Ray Ballon.
Donald Lee Faulkner.
Irvin Lee Lang.
Wu Lee.
Aaron Gregory Kirkpatrick.
Junya Azuma.
Lauren Nicole Brown.
Io Michael Tola.
Saniel Nicole Tutasa Kosacheta.
Kim Pope.
Brittany Nicole Hebner.
Sarah Jean Louise Swayze.
Jonathan Rader.
Jennifer Kaylin Johnson.
Dustin Wayne Nettles.
M. Heather Ridenauer.
Kelly Adara Nettles, magna cum laude.
Casey Jordan Reynolds.
Benjamin Edward Nine.
Joshua M. DeShazer.
Madeline Abigail Beck.
Timothy A. Taylor.
Jordan Nicole Beers.
Sunny Patricia Caldwell.
Charles Wayne Stanton, Jr.
Ellen Diane Archie.
John Carson Coker, magna cum laude.
Clint Leo Ogden.
Thanks for helping me out. Kyle Boone. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you go ahead, Kyle.
Sheena Colleen Wilton.
Timothy Miles Hicks, summa cum laude.
Heather Marie Brackett.
Chad Matthew Creason.
Bander Khaled Altoetri.
Natalie Ann Nowlin, cum laude.
Courtney Danae Buford.
Sarah Kathleen Sanders.
Raynette Gamble. Teresa Michelle Barnes, summa cum laude. Delaney Carlton. Jessica Spring, magna cum laude.
Please help me acknowledge the bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Business and Technology.
Good afternoon. I'm Pam Hathorn, and I serve as Dean for the College of Science and Health Professions. President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates from the college upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be conferred. Will baccalaureate candidates from the College of Science and Health Professions please come forward?
Yes. Thank you.
Jacob Cook.
Thomas Piancos.
Ellie Anderson, cum laude.
Cindy Arnold Latty.
Carrington Lee Fox, summa cum laude.
Jacob Michael Barber, summa cum laude.
Mary Catherine Tackett, summa cum laude.
Juan Esteban Gonzalez.
Presley Rianne Davis, cum laude.
Jordan Page Holtz.
Megan Lorraine McKinney, cum laude.
Courtney Deanne Pasley.
Casey Dawn Johnson, summa cum laude.
Mackenzie Ann Baldwin, magna cum laude.
Haley Ann Schmeely, cum laude.
Ashley Nicole Clagg.
Kelsey Lane West.
Amanda Joanne Dunn.
Tara Suzanne Piguet, summa cum laude.
Jordan Leanne Vinson.
Kaylee Rose Jansen, summa cum laude.
Robin Jennifer Farmer.
Brianna Ashley Lane.
Stephanie Nicole Fawcett.
Do you want the Joe? Okay. Rebecca Barton.
Rachel Danielle Cranford.
That's good. Rachel Hummingbird.
Jessica Erin Bauer.
Stacy Michelle Eileen Davis, summa cum laude.
Diana Torres, summa cum laude.
Sharon Singleton.
Kana Faith Jackson Forkiller.
Curtis Lee Wells.
Brianna K. Broad.
David Stephen Keck, magna cum laude.
Harrison Scott Dragoo, cum laude.
Melissa K. Espinoza Arona, summa cum laude.
Angelica Lorena, cum laude.
Grace Audrey Klein.
April Berryhill.
Jacob Lee Oliver.
Renee Denise Castleman.
Nicole Ashley Clark, cum laude.
Natasha Ann Brand, summa cum laude.
Kaylin Sierra Parks, cum laude.
Ethan Edward Heyman.
Chelsea Dawn Johnston, magna cum laude.
Patrick Wayne Schreppel.
Jessica Ann Joplin, cum laude.
Ida Edamad, summa cum laude.
Chelsea Michelle Gordon, summa cum laude.
Bethany Rachel Hunt.
Lauren Nicole Trinidad, magna cum laude.
Jamie A. Campbell, cum laude.
Ariel Elizabeth Maxey, magna cum laude.
Tristan Chance Dean, magna cum laude.
Jessica Lauren Ashley, cum laude.
Chancey Lynn Peterson, cum laude.
Selma Lee Brewer, summa cum laude.
Tawny Goodwin, cum laude.
Megan Renee Dunn.
Kelsey Lorraine Brunk, summa cum laude.
Leah Diana Fetty, magna cum laude.
April Cole, magna cum laude.
Wesley Philip Horton, summa cum laude.
William Joseph Thompson.
Jessica Rose Kelly, cum laude.
Bence Charles Helm.
Brandon Cade Harkins.
David Gordon Willis.
Sarah Ray Wilcox.
Kevin Kong Chang Her.
Erica Gail Chance.
Magna cum laude. Darby Elaine Hannah, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Ann Kirby, cum laude.
Jessica Nicole Brown, magna cum laude.
Randy Elizabeth Vesey.
Macy Elizabeth Hudson, magna cum laude.
Emily Laurel Knight.
Megan Nicole Bloom.
Monica Balliet.
Rachel Levine Ridgway.
Stephen Charles Havens.
Tommy Sky Water Fouts.
How are you doing? Congratulations. Amber Michelle Harris.
Jacob Scott Ingram, cum laude.
Keenan Lane McClellan.
Courtney Lorene Amos.
Amanda R. Gentry.
Rachel Lynn Flynn, cum laude.
Nancy Jeanette Gardenhire, summa cum laude.
Blake Jackson Bennett.
Cindy K. Tudor.
Anna Elizabeth Faina, magna cum laude.
Brandy Dawn Ponder, cum laude.
Caitlin Brianna Bowen, cum laude.
Sharon Janelle Davis.
Douglas Wyman Thompson.
Wanda D. Brooks.
Ashley N. Burns Davis. Kong Vang.
Please join me in acknowledging the bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Science and Health Professions.
Good afternoon. I'm Tom Jackson, Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. President Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates from the College of Graduate Studies upon whom the master's degrees will be confirmed. Candidates from the College of Business and Technology will be hooded by Dean Collier or Associate Dean Reese. Candidates from the College of Business and Technology will proceed to the right side of the platform. College of Science and Health Professions candidates will be hooded by Dean Hathorn and Dr. Lindy or their faculty mentor. Candidates from the College of Science and Health Professions will proceed to the left side of the platform. That's what it said. Okay, master's degree candidates in the College of Business and Technology and the College of Science and Health Professions, please come forward.
Science and Health Professions on the left, Business Technology on the right.
Towel Fofon Boy.
Shauna Lee Wilhite.
Nan Chung.
Nikki Lynn Lackey.
Indrani Roy.
Chelsea Lynn Hayes.
Arpita Reddy.
Amy Nicole McKenzie.
Berta Forrest.
Nash Garcia.
Kimberly Arnett Baldridge.
Monica Chelsea Stalls.
Martina Brozakova.
Christine Elizabeth Morse.
Aaron Lee Simmons.
Brianne Elizabeth Schuler.
Dilip Kumar Rajendra.
Carrie Christine Wagoner.
Proman Chandrakshekar.
Master's Honor graduates. Caitlin Danae Osborne, Master's Honors graduate.
Sachin Karnakar.
Karen Amanda Sturgis.
Gotham Upaluri.
Josie Catherine Colley, Master's Honors graduate.
Rohini Shivanapura.
Aaron William Biggs.
Oleri Waju Sahid Sadiq.
Mina Kawasaki.
Rajith Kumar Rabagasan.
Andre B. Garrett, Master Honors Graduate.
Harishkesh Padmanabhan.
Kristen Taylor Rainey, Master's Honors Graduate.
Jeevan Sanjeeva Gowda.
Caitlin Michelle Scraper.
Noel Katina.
Ashley Nicole Pallett, Master Honors Graduate. Lauren Nicole White. Jennifer Ann Mayer. Morgan Lacey Fountain. Randy Howard, Master Honors Graduate. Alexandria Whitney Funston, Master Honors Graduate. Ashley Marie Heidi, Master Honors Graduate. Randy D. Lewis. Megan Grace Weaver. Colby Brianna Mills. Kimberly Dawn Meadows. Quinn Owen Hall. Caleb Lee Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I may have gotten the sides wrong as to which college graduates where, but I know I'm getting this right. Please help me acknowledge the master's degree candidates from the College of Business Technology and the College of Science and Health Professions.
Students, it is time for the conferring of degrees. Will all baccalaureate and master's degree candidates please rise? President Turner, pending the results of a final degree audit, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate and master's degrees, and I recommend that the degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Fly. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate, master's, or doctoral degree printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. Graduates, there is a tradition in higher education that signifies the passage from being a student and candidate for graduation to becoming a graduate. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Please be seated.
Graduates, as you know, Northeastern State University has a long history of service to Oklahoma. Our alumni have accomplished great things in their professional and personal lives. Today, you are joining this distinguished group, and we are your partners as you begin this next chapter of your life. Here to explain the benefits of membership in the Alumni Association is Mr. Daniel Johnson, Director of NSU Alumni Relations.
On behalf of the NSU Alumni Association's Board of Directors, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you for the first time to the Green and White Network of Northeastern State University. That's how we refer to our community of over 55,000 plus living alumni who all have one important thing in common, and that is a lasting connection with NSU. When you found your way to your seat, this was waiting for you. This is your official NSU alumni pin. If you haven't already, take a quick moment and put it on because you are now officially NSU graduates. The Alumni Association is all about connections, and becoming a member of the NSU Alumni Association is the most meaningful way to share that connection. The Alumni Association is your link to the Green and White Network. We keep you connected to NSU and with each other through a broad range of networking events, programming, services, and communication. I encourage you to take full advantage of all of these offerings by becoming a member and sharing in that pride of being an NSU graduate. NSU needs you to stay connected. This institution thrives in no small part because of our invested alumni community. We see it every day. We see it when our alumni come back and serve as mentors to our students. We see it when they serve on advisory boards. We see it when they contribute to the many scholarship needs and private funding needs that we have throughout the year. You are now a part of this connected community. And as our newest alumni, you are our greatest spokespeople. This is your turn. Your time will come when you will serve as the mentor to the students. Your time will come when you have that opportunity to give back and perhaps open a career door for future NSU graduates. And alumni are our best recruiters. In fact, I imagine there are some folks here in the audience waving their fans who are graduates of NSU that played a role in getting you to come to this university. If we have graduates or alumni from before today in the audience, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Graduates, great things can happen when you stay connected with NSU and with each other. I want to welcome you once again to the Green and White Network. And as you leave here, whether your path takes you back to Oologah, Oklahoma, or it takes you to Boca Raton, Florida, just remember that you will always have a place here at NSU. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. As we come to the close of our ceremony, please listen carefully to these directions to facilitate a safe and smooth exit from the arena. In just a moment, we will ask you to stand and join in the singing of the NSU Alma Mater, sung by Michaela Sims, NSU student, and accompanied by our brass quintet. Following the Alma Mater, please remain standing for the recessional. After the platform party has recessed, graduates are dismissed to meet guests on the upper concourse, in the lobby area, or outside. We ask audience members who are physically able to depart via the upper concourse to avoid bottlenecks on the arena floor. Now, please stand and join me in the NSU Alma Mater.
Roots from the